All right, so this is a hip opener exercise. We're going to use a band to help assist our legs into external rotation and abduction. This is great for improving your hip mobility, your squat mobility, but those who have had previous histories of hernias or groin pulls, be sure to be very cautious and careful with this exercise. Do not push through any pain or definitely anything that lingers beyond just a normal, typical stretch sensation here. Now, we're going to start with a lighter band to provide a little bit of that assist down into the stretch, and then you can progress to a heavier band as you feel comfortable. 30 seconds minimum of a hold, upwards of 3 minutes maximum. 3 minutes maximum is a very aggressive stretch. Most people are going to fall between 30 seconds to 1 minute. Now, laying down flat on your back is the easiest version of this exercise. If you sit up, it's going to be a little bit more of an intense stretch. When you do sit up, be sure to sit tall, bring your belly button through the thighs, and chest up nice and proud. Sitting up is a more aggressive version of the stretch, but it doesn't necessarily mean that one stretch is better than the other. Feel free to do a combination of both. Now, you'll find that some people are very, very stiff with this exercise or this movement. Those people could obviously use a little bit more mobility or range of motion in this direction. My range of motion that I'm displaying here is pretty average. I would say that I have the minimum effective range of motion, but just because you don't have the maximum range of motion available to you doesn't mean that you need to force it or that you need more range of motion. The problem with most mobility enthusiasts is they're always searching for more and more mobility, and they never learn when is enough. Do not stretch yourself into oblivion. There is a point where there is diminishing returns, and potentially, depending on your circumstances, it is disadvantageous to get more and more mobile. So just keep that in mind as you are searching for more range of motion at your hip. Tightness doesn't necessarily always mean that you are truly tight. You need an objective measurement of or distance to associate that tightness to really determine if you actually are tight. And again, if you look at the mobility that I display with this exercise, I would view myself as average or adequate range of motion, that there's not really a necessary or need for me to gain more range of motion than this. This would be the minimum effective dose is how I would consider my range of motion. You can have more. That can be advantageous, especially depending on your sport or activity, but I would caution against forcing your way to more and more of a stretch.